Hey humans, how's it going? It's Shady today here, and welcome to a video I've honestly been putting off getting to do it because to try and sum up exactly what's this journey that we're going to be going through, I guess, to kind of sum up exactly what it means to me and the impact that it's had on my life, not only in its personal capacity, then obviously having a very big impact in my content creation career, indirectly, but also then more directly later on in years. So yeah, this video is sponsored by rAge Expo Digital Edition. For 2020, we're unable to have a real life event. We're unable to go to the Dome and do a weekend of rAge like we usually like to. And for their 18th birthday, rAge has decided to go online and do a digital version of the event. And they have partnered with me for a bunch of content. If you've seen across the social medias, I've been doing a bunch of stuff with them since September already, leading up to the event happening next weekend. If you haven't booked your free tickets yet, they are going to be in the description below. There's a ton of cool stuff happening for the weekend and all of that other stuff, but I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to have a look back. It's their 18th birthday, and have a look back at, yes, it's been 17 years of rAge, but for me, if my maths is correct, it's been 12 years of rAge. I started, my first rAge Expo was 2007. Like, rAge had a very big impact in me being a gamer and me, like, I don't know, transitioning from tagging along with my brother to these events to starting my own channel, creating the content that I wanted to, and that led into me doing more partner stuff. And in the last couple of years, I want to say the last 3 years, 2 years, I've actually partnered with rAge Expo each year. Sometime we did a Instagram takeover. I am currently working obviously on the campaign for the 2020 event, and I don't have a plan for this video, by the way. It's probably just going to be me rambling to a camera and having to edit it down afterwards. But like, my first event was 2007, and I was a baby. Like, I shared this photo before. I tagged along with my brother, who happened to work for this company at the time, and they had to set up marketing points with screens for promotional reasons for the weekend. And he's like, hey, do you want to tag along with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. I had no idea what it was, but this was basically my rAge, my first rAge. And I will never forget walking into the Dome and seeing all of these people and seeing the exhibitions of all this hardware and tech, walking in and seeing all of these like really cool kitted out PCs. Like, I had never been exposed to anything like that before. I didn't know what NAG magazine was. And then the next thing, 13-year-old Shani is standing in a conversation with my brother and Lauren from NAG, and I had no idea who she was at the time. I just knew that she was the person in charge of the event, and now she's like someone who I report to for like contents and stuff that I'm doing for the channel. I very distinctly remember having that conversation, or being in the conversation, because I mean, I was a kid. I didn't want to be in conversations. I wanted to go play games. I didn't take many photos at rAge 2008. Like, the selfie era hadn't like started then. Like, the selfie trend hadn't started at the stage yet. All I remember was this dude. I have no idea who you are, but dude, I have a photo of you from like my really old like phone. Apparently, this must have been like a Sony Ericsson or something, but like, this is the Mega ROM stand from Once Upon a Time. But I don't know, the zombie dude guy was handing out magazines, and I took a photo of him. I don't know. I didn't really take many other photos, but this is the one. This is the photo I have from 2008's rAge. Great content, Shani. You're gonna be destined for content creation later on in life, right? Then 2009, I want to say one of my best friends from school tagged along with me to rAge, because like, my brother was off doing work and I would tag along with him, and he obviously didn't want to have to babysit me all day, so he was like, bring a friend along. So 2008, I brought the boyfriend. 2009, I brought the best friend. Obviously, the mandatory selfie at the top of the rAge balcony overlooking everything. And there's my rAge bag. This is the first year I used the rAge bag. I still use that bag today. But this was the first event and first year that I used it, and we stuffed that thing so much with so many things that we got. There were promo people walking around with these energy shots, and it was orange colored, so I couldn't drink it because I'm allergic to orange synthetic coloring. So we did both shots of this energy stuff. I have never had to look after someone so hyper in my life. Like, I will never forget, took these 2 shots, and then like not even 15 minutes later, she like just bolted and she ran into the crowd. She's like, I want to go explore. And I was like, I need to find her. And then we fast forward to 2012. It was rAge 2012. I remember the Friday was my birthday, so I literally had like a birthday badge on the Friday, and this was also the year that there were so many badges to collect everywhere. But I'll never forget, the Friday was my birthday, and we had a person come up to me and be like, where did you get that badge from? I'm like, no, but read it, because it said it's my birthday today. And they're like, no, but where did you get it from? I'm like, it's my birthday though. And I was on stage for the first time. This was my first time being on main stage. I was kind of just there to help throw presents out. No, not presents, prizes out. But yeah, I don't know. This was like my first time on the rAge main stage, and it was kind of like a big deal. And I hated that all of the shirts were like double extra large, and I'm a tiny human being, so that was just great for me. There's me and my brother. I will never forget as well, these stands that were built, it was all closed, and they were like those plexiglass so you could see the consoles. And they got so hot, but none of the consoles overheated, and everyone was like, can you imagine if we had done this on the arcades or the elites in comparison to the 360 slims? Like, those would have overheated and red ringed a death on us for sure. 2013 I took 2013 was my birthday weekend, and I actually only ended up going for the one day, but this was me coming back severely sunburnt from having been to Sun City the Friday and Saturday before, because we went on the Sunday. I was severely sunburnt and had severe heat stroke, but I still went through to rAge, and I got to take pictures with the sword that was almost as tall as me with the cosplayer, so that was fun. 2014, I also didn't take any photos. Or I didn't take many photos, should I say. This is my friend who I hadn't seen in a very long time that I ended up bumping into. Also note, I'm still using the rAge bag. But I will never forget this like encounter. It was at the Xbox stand. It was on the Sunday. We were getting ready to pack up. We were all chatting in like a little bit of a circle, and I hadn't seen Dylan in, I want to say, like a year. And I saw this person from across the Xbox stand. I will never forget this in my life. I saw this person from across the Xbox stand, like, and I knew it was instantly Dylan, and I like gave my bags to my brother, and I was like, hold this, and I darted across the entire Xbox stand from like diagonally from the one side to the other. And I didn't look up, and because he's a lot taller than me, and I just grabbed him like this and I hugged him. And then I suddenly realized, what if it's not Dylan? And I was like, oh my god, please be Dylan, please be Dylan, please be Dylan. He's like, hello, Chantal. I was like, thank god it's Dylan, because otherwise that would have been significantly awkward, and my exit strategy for that would have been, sorry, my name is Chantal and I spontaneously like to hug strangers, which obviously will never go down well in any way, shape, or form. But I will never forget, I saw Dylan out of the corner of my eye, and I like darted across the Xbox stand, and I was like, in this hug, I was like, oh my god, please be Dylan, please be Dylan, please be Dylan, because this is so awkward otherwise. That was 2014's rAge. That was the last rAge that I attended as like a civilian, when I didn't have a YouTube channel, where I wasn't creating content, where I wasn't concerned about which stands I was attending for which hours that I needed to be on which stage or whatever. So then 2015 rolled around. This was once upon a time when my channel didn't have branding yet, and when I didn't have like, I was at 3,000 channel views, and I was about to hit 100 subscribers that weekend. I remember taking, like, look at it, still the old Instagram logo. My goodness, this was like back in the day. I remember saying I was gonna hit my 100 subscribers after I saw how well my rAge Day 1 video was doing. And when I say well, I think I'd gotten like 50 views in the first like 10 hours or 12 hours that had been up, and that for me was like huge. But then Day 2 and Day 3's videos did really well in comparison. I want to say it was like a couple hundred. Oh, back when we used to vlog on GoPros, remember that? Shadi, wipe your GoPro camera, please. Oh my god, why did you guys subscribe to me, honestly? Like, my content was so bad back in the day. And then we fast forward to the 2016 event, which I'm actually still very proud of this vlog. It's not the best production-wise, but it's still like one of the more serious content creation pieces I made for back in the day. Mandatory time-lapse. I'm so glad I don't make these vlogs anymore, because there's only so many angles that you can make. There's Darren! And there's my rAge bag. See, it makes another appearance. Here's the rAge bag. Probably the pinnacle and highlights of the Call of Duty South African community was the Mag Cup that was with Astro Gaming. So shout out to Astro. Hey hi. But Benson was out, and what were they called? Energy Astra. 2016 was an interesting year. It was the last year that I troll-a-lolled around the expo floor, kind of just making content for myself. And from 2017, things got a little bit more serious. I had more influencer, for lack of a better term, responsibilities. I actually had to keep in track on the time, not only for when games were happening in terms of esports to go watch the teams and support my friends that were playing, but you need to be on this stand at this time because you're doing an appearance, and like you need to be on that stand at this time because you're doing giveaways. 2019 was probably the most crazy year for me. I played on stage. I played Apex for probably, I had like a total of maybe 2 hours of Apex game time in before playing on main stage, and carried my 2 teammates, and I was playing on a PC with a controller. So that was really fun. I did a bunch of stuff and a bunch of different like interviews for like different radio stations, and that was just so weird for me because I'm like, I'm a no one. What are we doing? Yeah, it's been so fun to have the look back at how rAge has done all of this other amazing stuff that you'll hear throughout the course of the rAge Expo weekend from the different content that different people are creating as well. So once again, those tickets are in the description below, but rAge was at the forefront of a lot of things for me as well, in exposing me to the gaming industry and the gaming community that I didn't know existed. This massive event that was happening in South Africa that I had no idea existed, and then for it to become a part of a tradition of going to the Dome every year and meeting up with people who I know very well from Twitter and only seeing them once a year. It's been a crazy journey, and I'm so stoked for you guys to be able to experience what they've got in store for their digital edition. Obviously, it's not the exact same because it can't be an expo. It's more of an online experience, which so many things that can get plugged into. I do have a cheeky Minecraft video coming out on Monday with the Minecraft stuff, but all the links I think that you'd find interesting are going to be in the description below. I have no idea what you've actually gotten to actually end up seeing because I've just recapped the last 12 years worth of events for you. So I don't know how long this video has actually ended up being, but if you've made it to the very end, shot, you're a legend. I appreciate you very many muchnesses. But yeah, this is going to be the video, and I hope to see you all online next weekend for rAge Digital 2020. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Remember that we're all human differently, and I'll see you guys again soon. Sil.